So we're still open up with our traditional material editor here, and we have a fire material. The next thing we need to do is create a particle system. So before we even do that, let's set our time to be a little longer. We go to time configuration, and I'm going to have you turn it to 250 frames. Now you can always expand this later or shorten it down. The next step is to go into create, and under the word geometry we have particle systems. Now once we have particle systems, you'll see we have several of them. We're going to use Blizzard. Now this feature can work for several, but we're going to use Blizzard for this, which will give us the best results. So I'm going to select the word Blizzard, and I'm going to go out into my we'll go out into the top viewport and drag a box. It's going to represent that area. Now of course we have a line pointing down, and we need to rotate that. So with my snap toggle on, I'm going to go ahead and rotate that thing so that the fire is going to face up instead of down. Now we can go into our modifier and see that we have an icon. Just for argument's sake, let's make this 50 and 50 so that everybody's is the same. Now it's smaller, don't worry, the fire is still going to flow just all the same. The next thing we want to do is open up the rollouts here that we have. We have several of them, and we're going to have to adjust these. So we want to open up particle generation. By opening up particle generation, we are going to look at several different things here. The first is particle motion. So with the following settings, we're going to change speed to 2, variation to 0.275, and we'll leave tumble and tumble rate at 0. Next is particle timing. Particle timing, we want our fire to already be going before our timeline, and our timeline starts at 0. So let's pick negative 250. So at 250, way over to the left, it would start. Now we also want it to go the duration of our animation, so we need our limit time to stop at 250. We want this also to display until frame 250. Let's up the life to 35 and set our variation to 35. Now what you can do is run your time slider, and you'll notice you have this flame-like particle system that is running. Okay, at this point let's save. I'm just going to go ahead and save fire out here in my scenes. I actually have a fire already, but I'm going to do fire part 2 and hit save. So we want to make sure that now our material and our particle system is saved. Now we don't just drop the material on here because this doesn't look like fire. So we need to do some more changing here. We're going to go under particle size and change our size to 2.25. Our variation we can set to about 2.4. Our grow will be 5, and our fade will be 29. And pretty much that's going to set the size of the particle and then the variations between those particles, as well as grow. They're going to get bigger for 5 frames, but then they're going to get smaller for 30 frames. And that's how fire is. It's real big, and then it gets smaller and fades to smoke. Okay, so that right now is the end of part 2. If you hit play, this is just a viewport simulation of what the fire will look like, the speed and whatnot. And in our next lesson, we're going to create a material, or not a material, but an object that looks like a flame that we're going to attach to these little particles.